Is this all too freaking late? It's too late. Time's running out. Hello and welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt, and tonight we have episode 7 of Agatha All Along, which is insane to think about that we only have 2 episodes left. So we have 2 episodes and they are actually going to be playing on October 30th, both of them. So the show will be over just before Halloween. And I do have to give it to them. This has been possibly the best Marvel show to come out. Now. Hold your horses. Doesn't mean that it's superb or amazing or required viewing as a Marvel person. To me, so far, the only thing that has been important to the overall universe has been the resurrection of Billy Maximoff. And it does sound like in this episode that he is kind of confused. He wants to know who he is. He's kind of like a blend of William or Billy. He was practically begging Lilia to tell him who he is. And as Marvel people, we're all like, yeah, who is he? Let's get to the bottom of this. Time's running out. But this episode had something else to say. This episode wanted to talk more about Lilia, about why she's been so quirky for the last 7 episodes. I guess, quirky. I don't know. And we finally get a reason, and it's because she's able to, or she's not that she's able to, she is kind of gifted and cursed in a way that she perceives time differently than everybody else. It is, so she explains to Jennifer Kale that time is an illusion, or time is perceived differently, and she's able to basically hop into her body at different points in time. I swear this has been done before. Let me know down in the comments below if you know what media or show or movie that this has been done before. I swear, I feel like this has been done before. But this finally gets to the point of Lilia and why she's been acting so weird throughout this entire show. And it's because she kind of hops into different situations, almost like the Doctor from Doctor Who. He hops into different situations. He's like, oh, this isn't time. Time is weird to him. That's what it reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of Doctor Who a little bit. So Lilia jumps into different parts of her life at different points, and almost like she can't control it. And with 2 episodes left, we finally get a backstory on her, and I'll be honest, it was pretty freaking cool. I did like how the playfulness of it, and this felt like a really tight episode. And of course, the tarot reading. Chicks love their tarot readings, don't they? But they finally learned that the tarot reading isn't for Billy, or the teen, or William, whatever his name is. It's actually for Lilia. Now, the biggest question that I have from this episode, from this series, is this all too freaking late? It's too late. These characters are dying. And that's the end of them. Unless they're gonna be resurrected at the end, and I hope you already watched the episode because spoilers inbound. Aubrey Plaza is playing Death. Now, is this Lady Death, like in the comics? I would assume so. But this whole episode was about death comes for us all. And it is kind of cool to see all the bits and pieces where she was being weird kind of line up and make sense now, and it makes sense to her. And she is afraid of death. And when she zooms back into the past with her mother, right? That's her mom, right? Her mother says, death comes for us all, which is true. True. Scary. And Lilia is actually very much so afraid of death, as you saw in episode 2, where we went into the first escape room. Escape house? I'm gonna call them escape houses, even though we have 2 episodes left. It is kind of sad to see all of these characters get brought up in their specific episodes, only for them to die. The only one that actually has lasted is Jennifer Kale. Well, I guess Agatha as well, but the show is named after her, even though the show kind of cares more about these side characters than Agatha. I guess maybe because we already know the backstory of Agatha and we had Agatha last episode, or 2 episodes ago. Apologies, where she was possessed by her mother and turned into a weird possessed zombie thingy-majiggy. But this whole episode was purely to set up Aubrey Plaza's death. No longer real Vidal, and it was cool to see her in that getup, I guess, as death. But why did she reveal herself to Lilia down there and then not do anything? Is it because the road needed Lilia? Can Lady Death, or just Death, control or work with the road? Does the road play by the same rules with death involved? Are we gonna see a death house? A death maze? Are we gonna see a beam battle? So if you have seen some of the trailers, maybe possible more spoilers coming up, there seems to be like a padded room with Billy and Agatha, and it almost seems like Agatha is grabbing his head. So this is probably going to be the time where one of the two personas inside of Billy or William is going to come to the forefront, take over the body. Maybe there's going to be a little bit of, not introspection, but a little bit of Billy coming to terms with William is no longer there. He is gone. Or maybe William is still a little bit in there, and then they're going to have a deal because William died. I don't know. Technically, Billy died too, I guess. But you see Agatha kind of opening up his mind, possibly. Helping him open up his mind. And then is the final episode going to be a beam battle between Death and Agatha? I hope not. There's gonna be a beam in the sky, and then all the spirits are whirling around, and it's a big extravaganza of souls, and then all the people that died on the way to the road get brought back. I don't know. But that may be what happens. All these characters got built up, we got their backstories, we got all this information so we can feel sympathetic for them, and then they die. So it's possible that Billy is going to get to the end of the road, and then maybe bring back, I don't know if the road can do this, but bring back people who they lost along the road. Maybe he just feels so sympathetic, empathetic, because of these women, even though it seems like none of them have really been the best of people. I guess Lilia was just afraid of her abilities and always running away from it, and the only time that she was at peace was when she stayed away from it all and was a hermit. But again, a lot of them aren't the best of people, so they were willing to throw everyone under the bus just to get their power back. And then Lilia to say I love you guys, a little bit too, I don't know, I don't get love and friendship from them. I get a little bit like camaraderie, but to say love, I think that's pretty heavy. I really do hope that there's something else other than just building up these characters just to kill them off. I really hope there is, and I feel like there might be. I still say Ralph Boner is gonna come back. I still say that Ralph Boner, something bad's gonna happen to Boner, and then he's gonna be an empty meat sack that Tommy can get back into. This whole conversation's weird, but that's just me theory-crafting based off of what we got. I don't really know what is going to happen other than, like I said, in the trailer, you see in a padded room, like an insane asylum, and then Agatha is helping him possibly break through whatever barriers he has still in his brain. But yeah, is this the best show that Marvel has produced? I think it's the tightest. I don't know, WandaVision seemed really good too at the very beginning, and I might still say that WandaVision is better than this one. We'll have to see how it finishes because, like I said, WandaVision ended with a beam battle. This better not end with a beam battle. Although I am getting kind of tired of the formulas that we have for comic book stuff recently, so bring back the beams. Come on, Avengers 2012. And what do you think Lady Death, or just Death, I'm not sure, she's just Death? I don't know, maybe we call her Lady Death, but Lady Death's a different character. What do you think Death's motivations are other than just killing everybody? And why isn't Death working with the Salem 7 to accomplish their goals? Aren't they going to just kill them? And then what's up with the Salem 7? They got stuck into the escape house, and then they all got killed? So that was kind of shitty. I'm just gonna say it, that was shitty. They were supposed to be this threat, and they were in it for like 2 seconds. It's like, what? Come on. I don't feel any amount of urgency with the characters. I don't feel like they're under pressure by the Salem 7. I don't feel any of that. Like I said, I will say that the story with Lilia was good. I think that was cool. The reveal of death is kind of cool too, the way that they did it, but the whole build up to it has just been lackluster. And again, we got 2 episodes left. Next week is the finale plus another episode. So we'll see if all this build up has meant nothing. Is Billy Maximoff or William the only character that's going to get out of this alive? I think Aubrey Plaza's character might get out of this alive too. Also considering that she is a celebrity, she has more star power than anybody on the list. And by playing a pretty pivotal role as Death in the Marvel Universe, you would expect her to show up in different things. Now, this doesn't always mean that you always have to show up in different things. It is cool when we do so, but you at least have to have a tight and coherent story in your show, in your movie, and that's the most important part. You shouldn't just have to wait for a cameo for everyone to get excited. You should be excited by the story that's in front of you and that's being told to you. So is this going to culminate in an amazing fashion? Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on the show up until now. What did you think about episode 7? Are you sad that Lilia is gone? What do you think about Agatha taking the back seat to her own show in a lot of episodes? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. It really does help out the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. And we will see you next week for the series finale of Agatha All Along. Until then, have a good one. We'll see you next time.